everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me. Edwin Oliver here. I am your local life insurance agent. Um, this month is Financial Literacy Awareness Month, and so I just wanted to come on, introduce myself, if for those that don't know, and just kind of give little pointers, I guess. So if you've bought life insurance and maybe it's been like 5 years, 2 years, and you haven't looked at it, definitely look at it. Make sure your coverage still works for your current situation. So if you've gotten married or have had children or more children, so you're growing your family, or maybe now you've got older parents living with you, your needs change a little bit. So I would be happy to look at that for you. My services are free. So any questions and anything that you need assistance with, I'm happy to help. I'm just going to go through 5 main points for me that kind of help me with just a strong financial strategy, kind of. You got your debt, your income, your retirement plan, your college saving plan for your kids, or just adult saving plan, and you've got your emergency fund. So, just to start off, is how many Americans do you think are in debt, for starters? And is that debt, do you think that debt's in control or out of control? And what's the definition of out of control debt, right? To some people, all debt is out of control. But the definition, technically, of out of control debt is something that has no end date. There's no end to it. So, like when you get a car loan, you know you're in that car loan for about 5 years. When you're done, you're done. Out of control debt is something that just continues. There's no end in sight. The balance is too great. It seems like a lifetime to pay it off. Okay? So you definitely want to get your debt in a controlled situation, element, environment. So debt settlement is good way of getting that taken care of, and I can help you with that. There's other ways as well. So your income, you have to protect your income that you're making now, right? And you do that with life insurance. All right. So you just want to make sure that you have enough to cover your mortgage. So if you've got an $800,000 mortgage, you're going to want about $1 million in life insurance, right? Especially if you've got dependents and a spouse. Also, so then let's talk about your retirement real quick. We're going to hit on that. Retirement takes planning. You don't just, you're not going to just wake up on your 65th birthday and be like, hot dog, I think I'm going to call into work today. And the sad truth is that you might look at your 401k and be slightly disappointed because, you know, 40, 60 grand is not going to be enough to retire. I'm 40 years old. In my lifetime, I have watched the prices of living go up. I'll give you a tangible item. Cigarettes. When I was a teenager, I smoked cigarettes. They were $2.50 a pack. And that was after a price hike. I think when I first started, maybe they were $2.15, $2.25. They went up to $2.50. By the time I was 18, they were $5, $4.95 or something like that. $5 a pack was the average, okay? And that's when I quit because like I said that the adding up, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm saying that to say this: prices are the way they are now, and it takes whatever it takes for your monthly income to take care of those needs. Prices are going to go up again. So, house prices, everything, gas, clothes, food. If you haven't noticed, there's been a little bit of an increase. So, in the next 20 years, so in the next 25 years, you're going to need, do the math, what you need now times inflation, I would say 10%, and taxes. So the cold hard truth is you're going to need anywhere, and this goes for all income. You're going to need at least $2 million to get you through your retirement years. Okay? So let's talk about that. Moving on to your kids. You want them to have higher education. You want them to go to college. Well, how are they going to get there without getting into the I have college debt syndrome? Because let's face it, college debt is one debt that you cannot forgive. You don't get forgiveness on that. You can't settle that. You have to pay it. It's federal money you have to pay. Your kids, they get older every day. They go from baby, and you think you've got all the time in the world, to toddler, to preteen, to teenager. And teenagers, you become their personal ATM, whether they have a job or not. High school costs money. All activities that go with all of the fun things cost money. Okay, so while that's eating through your pocket, did you plan 10, 15 years previous just for the high school entertainment, for the college life, or your kids' adult life, their, leaving of the nest? You don't want them to start off life in debt. It's not really fair when we've got plenty of time to do what we have to do to sock away a little money for them. You could talk to me about that. Life insurance policies, index life insurance policies allow cash accumulation that if you start young enough for your child, there will be a good cash accumulation where they could go through college and they're not going to be affected by this policy being like an income, like the 529 college state savings plan does affect their eligibility because it's recorded as income. So they're able to apply for grants and still kind of access FAFSA and the benefits of college as well. And then they'll have money that they won't have to borrow. Okay? And last but not least, let's talk about your emergency fund that most of you are probably figuring out that you probably don't have enough where it needs to be during times like this, right? So it's September 15th, 2020. We have had 30 days consecutive spare the air. We are in COVID-19 halfway shut down, trying to open up the state county by county. Meanwhile, Israel has ordered a complete shutdown there because of cases. So cases are still kind of happening, and they're going to happen more when we start mixing again. That is the fact. And other than try to brush it off, pretend it doesn't happen, be ready. Be ready. I'm happy to give little jewels about some home businesses that you could start as a little side hustle and, at least be ready for the rainy day. So I think I covered 5 points with you just to get you on the kind of track for stability if you haven't already done these things. And every now and again, definitely have your policy looked at. Make sure it's up to date. Make sure it still fits all of your needs. And talk to me so that we could talk about long-term care and critical illness and things you're going to need for the future, because now's the time. Now is the time. The longer you wait, the older you will get, the more expensive it will be. That's just the facts. So, doing your kids a favor, getting them policies at a young age, that's a benefit for them. All right. So, please ask me questions in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer all questions for you. Have a wonderful day.